Hello students, welcome back. My name is Neeraj Partha and this is your physics classes. In previous classes we are completed our two maximum and two chapters that is having a very large weightage in your examination. Not only our board examination but also condition is applied for some competition examination also. Okay guys, so our new chapter is completely related to some energies, some types of energy. We will discuss the different types of energy. So first of all we discuss the name of that chapter, that is a source of energy. Means many sources are available in our environment, in our world, for energy. Okay, and next one, that is an important point, that is a nuclear fission and fusion. 8% many, in many countries there are some nuclear power plant is also established for getting the energies, just like electricity, in the form of electricity. Okay guys, so now we start our chapter with the some following topics. First one, we are discuss the introduction. Means introduction parts included what is the energy, when types of the energy, and which energy is beneficial, which energy is limited in our countries. Okay guys, so we discussed all the things in the introduction. After that we are discussing sources of energy. If guys someone says please do that work, someone says, means someone says please iron my clothes, that time you are required the one iron and the electricity also. So electricity also provide the energy, so that time we require the energy. If someone says please start my bike, so which fuel is required? The petrol and diesel, depends on the vehicle, is required to run and to work that vehicle. So we are discussing the sources of energy. Okay guys, after that we are discussing the important part of the source of energy, that is a solar energy. That is a part, important part of a solar energy, because it is most of the time available free of cost. Maximum time means 100% free of cost without any investment. Okay, it is available free of cost in our environment. And after that we are discussing the assignment for you. Okay guys, so now we start our first topic, that is a introduction. Guys, if we talk about the some work capacity, so that time if we says the capacity of a work and capacity doing a work, that is called a energy. Means if you have a energy, that means you can done and you can do any work according to your energy. Okay guys, in ninth standard whenever we discuss the work, power and energy chapter, that time we discuss that what is the energy. Energy, the capacity of doing a work. Means if you have any capacity and if you want to required a capacity doing a work, that time means you require the energy, you require the energy guy. So energy is the capacity of a body for doing a work. Means if body having a some capacity, means you can say the energy, that time it can done some work. Okay, otherwise no. And next point is some important points. Most of the our energy is fulfilled from the fuels. Means if you are driving any vehicles, that time we require the fuels. And second thing is the electricity, that is the most important energy sources guy. First one is a fuel and second one is the electricity. Oh, both are required for us. Without these properties and without these material and these requirement, you cannot live 8%. That time, at present time, our life is completely dependent on these quantities. First fuel and second one is electricity. Our each and every equipment will be run and will be work in a, without electricity cannot work. It required the electricity. Okay, if you are traveling to from one place to another place, that time you require the fuel also. Okay guys, so solar energy, in that part solar energy is also available to us in the form of varieties of the fuels. One of the variety of fuels is a solar energy, is a solar energy. is provided by the sun and free of cost, guys, and it is a free of cost. Okay guys, now next one is a, now we discuss the how many sources are available for source of energy in the form of sources of energy, guys. So all the sources of energies are used in the form is that we have a wide range of source of energy. What is the wide range? First the sun, second one is the wind, you can write the air also. Okay, third one is a geothermal, the thermal energy of the earth. Flowing water means power plant, it means just power plant. Okay, coal and gas on line, diesels, gasoline, natural gases, LPG and CNG, biogases, etc. All are the means we are having a wide range of the fuels and sources of energy, guys. So at our disposal, we utilize energy to perform a wide range of activity, industrial, commercial and household, and any type of energy that time we required the energy. If that time you are watching that video, means you require the electricity. Okay guys, so every time we require the electricity. Okay guys, now we move to next point is type of source of energy. We are divided into two parts, the sources of energy, that is a renewable energy and non-renewable energy sources. Means our sources is divided into mostly in a two parts. First one is renewable and second one is a non-renewable energy source. And now we categorize the renewable and non-renewable. Solar, free of cost and every time available. Biomass, most of the time available, we can collect. Hydropower, water, means if you talk about the earth, that time 3/4 part of the earth having a water surface. Geothermal means just like a volcano. Okay guys, it's provide the continuously energy, higher energy, just like a wind. Means all the sources are available free of cost without any efforts, okay guys, human cannot apply any efforts on this renewable energy. Okay, now next one is a non-renewable energy. Oil, limited quantity, every time the costing of a fuel will be increases. Why? Because it has low capacity, it having a limited amount of oil. Okay, we are having a limited amount of oil. Coal, for moving the some nuclears. If you talk about the nuclear energy, guys, if you find the uranium 1 kilogram, in 1 kilogram uranium, guys, only a 1 and 2 gram uranium are used to generate the electricity. Only 1 and 2 gram. That is an example. You can just compare that how many percentage is useful if you are find a 1 kilogram nucleus, means uranium. In that uranium only some isotopes are used to generate the electricity. All uranium cannot be used to generate the electricity. Only 1% of uranium are used to generate that electricity. Okay guys, I hope you understand then, and that is a natural gas also. So these are the categories of renewable energy sources and non-renewable energy sources. First one, renewable sources are available free of cost without any human efforts. And second thing is a non-renewable energy sources are having, we are having a non-renewable energy in a limited amount, only a limited amount. Okay guys, so now we move to next point, some examples of a renewable and non-renewable sources of energy. So guys, please just click and just think about the non-renewable and renewable sources of energy. If you think about the renewable sources of energy, that time these some words are coming on your mind. First one is the sun, also available. Every time available. Ocean thermal energy, every time available. Ocean thermal energy is completely related to the pressure difference and temperature difference on the surface of the sea and bottom of the sea. Understand guys? Now next one is the tides. We know that tides, high tide and low tide. When the tides are coming, that time pressure difference is generated, guys, and that pressure difference are used to rotate the blades of a turbine, and that turbine connected to a generator. If that turbine is rotated, then generator will be rotated and electricity will be generated. All phenomena at the, if you talk about the all methods of energy generation, that time the last point is a electric generator, and before that, that is a motor which is used to rotate the generator. That is used, we use the blades and some rotor which is required to rotate the generator. Okay, guys. So all the process are similar at the last point, but the starting point are different as per requirement, as per use, and as per select the source of energy. If we are select the solar energy, that time we use the solar cell, solar plated. If we are use the ocean thermal energy, that time we require the different some phenomena. Okay, guys. Just one more thing, that is a wind. Every time, just like everyone know about that wind energy. Okay, guys, wind energy, a large amount, large size of fans are rotated due to wind, and that wind are used to rotate the blades of a generator, and the electricity will be generated. Running water in a hydropower plant. In a hydropower plant, running water are used to generate the electricity. Okay, guys, when we increase the level of the water, that time potential energy of water is increases. When that water will be come down, then that complete energy will be converted into a kinetic energy, and that kinetic energy are used to rotate the blades. Okay, guys. Next one is example of a non-renewable sources of energy: coal, natural gas, petroleum, and fossil fuels. Okay, guys. So these are the some examples and categories of sources of energy, guys. Okay, guys. Now we move to next point is some characteristics of energy. If you are select any source of energy, that time please there are some point which will be clear for that. Okay, guys, let's suppose you are choose any one energy and it is not available to every time, so that is not beneficial at every time. Okay, guys, so these are the some properties of energy. Energy can be stored. If we are stored in energy, that means we can use any time of that energy. Second thing, if you are generate the energy, that means you can capable to and you have the capacity to transportation. Without transportation, it is not useful for all over the persons. Only a limited area will be used that. Energy can be transformed easily. Okay, guys, transported energy can be transformed. Next point, energy can be transformed from one body to another body, and you can see that diagram. A burner are used here to hot the cup. Okay, so energy will be transmitted from that to that position. Next one, energy can be preserved. Man, we can preserve that your energy. And energy can be degraded. Okay, energy can be degraded. We can increase and we can decrease as per our requirement. Okay, so these are the some characteristics of energies. Now we talk about the solar energy. That is our first part of energy, and first of all we are discussing about the solar energy, guys. Okay, so if you are watching that diagram, you understand then what do you mean by the solar energy. And solar energy is provided by the sun. Continuously sun provide the energy, and that energy can be converted into a electricity by some that type of panel that is called a solar panel, and it is made by the semiconductor. And okay, guys, and this semiconductor convert the energy, sun energy means sun gives the energy in the form of radiations, and that radiations are work on that phenomena on that semiconductor material, and that semiconductor material convert that energy into a electric energy, and we can use this electrical energy in our household. Now read that some important point. How the sun is always providing the energy, the reason behind that, that is a nuclear fusion on the surface of the sun. Nuclear fusion. Every time nuclear fusion is appearing, happening on the surface of the sun. Every time. Due to that reason, it provides the continuous energy. Hans Bethe, a physicist, proposed that the enormous release of energy from the sun, means that is the name of the scientist which proposed that theory. Sun provide the large amount of energy, okay, and the reason behind that is a fusion. Okay guys, what do you mean by the fusion means, guys, 4 hydrogen atoms to yield a single helium atom. 4 hydrogen atoms combine and make the helium and release the large amount of energy. That is a part of, and that is, you can say, that is mean of the fusion. At the last of that chapter, that is our topic, what is the nuclear fission and what is the nuclear fusion. At the surface of sun, nuclear fusion is happening. Okay guys, so that is some basic information about the solar energy. Okay guys, I hope you understand that all the things related that point. Next one is, it come to earth's surface is very diffused form, not it comes earth's surface in some diffuse form, means 100% energy is not accepted and not delivered to the surface of earth. Only some part of that energy will be provided to the earth's surface. And next point is, upper atmosphere, and earth surface having the many layer of the atmosphere. If we mark that, that is the earth, so there is a many surface and many atmosphere layer. Okay guys, so if we talk about the many surfaces, guys, talk about the all the surfaces, the upper atmosphere get 1.30 kilojoule, 1.3 kilojoule energy per second per square meter. Means if we are mark the 1 meter square area, that means that area receive the 1 second 1.3 kilojoule energy. In every second that area receive 1.3 kilojoule energy. Okay guys, and of this only 47%, that is only a 47% energy, guys, is approximately 0.64 kilojoule energy reaches per second per square meter on the earth surface. Means only the top surface of the earth getting the energy, that is a 1.3 kilojoule, but at the earth surface we are receiving only a 47%, you can say 0.64 kilojoule energy in per second per unit area, that is some important point, guys. Now we move to next. Moreover, this amount of energy is not available uniformly, means sometimes that at the different places, sometimes there is some cloudy atmosphere, that time the energy is low. If the sunny area, that time at the time of the day, that time most of the energy is received. So uniformly and keeps changing every day at a place and place to place during a day. At the morning is a different, at the afternoon is different, at the evening is different. So all the time it will be changes continuously. Okay guys, so these are the points for related to a solar energy, and these the types of a solar energy. And solar energy contains three types of the rays. First one is a ultraviolet rays. All the rays are divided in the bases of the wavelength. First one is the ultraviolet rays. Second one is a visible light. You can say that is a VIBGYOR. If we talk about the visible light, violet, indigo, blue, green, yellow, orange and red, means that is a wavelength that can be detected by our eyes. Okay, so and next part is a infrared rays. So all are the types of a solar energy. Sun energy are divided and contain these three rays. First one is a ultraviolet, second one is a visible, and third one is a infrared. All are having a different wavelength, guys. All are having a different wavelength. What do you mean by the ultraviolet rays, guys? The invisible rays, these rays cannot be visible, means first point is a it is a invisible rays. Those wavelength is shorter than that of a visible light, means we are divided into three parts. So the wavelength of a ultraviolet rays is invisible and the wavelength is a short as compared to visible lights. As compared to visible lights, the wavelength is a short. Wavelength is short of a which rays having a short wavelength, guys? Ultraviolet rays having the short wavelength as compared to visible lights. Means you can say the VIBGYOR. You can say visible light means a VIBGYOR. Okay, then that of the visible. What do you mean by visible? Violet light. You can say the violet light are called the ultraviolet rays. These rays are called the ultraviolet rays. Okay. Now we move to next point is we can detect these days by using a photographic film. In previous, if you talk about the before some time, that time we cannot detect the ultraviolet rays, but that time we can detect the ultraviolet rays by using the photographic film, and you can say fluorescent paper. By using that material you can detect the ultraviolet rays. Okay, guys. They are used to kill bacteria in a food, stuff and drinking water. The ultraviolet rays are used to killing the bacteria on food, in food and stuff, and bacteria in a water. So ultraviolet rays are used to killing the bacteria. Okay, guys. But if you are used the too much ultraviolet rays, it is dangerous for our health due to ionization effect and can cause the skin cancer also. Okay, guys. So that is the advantage of that ultraviolet rays. So how you can use the ultraviolet rays advantages? You can kill the bacteria in a food. And what is the disadvantage? If we are use much and more ultraviolet rays, it is cause behind the health issue and you can cause of a skin cancer also. Okay, guys. Now next one is visible light. So visible light having the wavelength range from 400 nanometer to a 700 nanometer. Violet and red, you can write VIBGYOR. Okay, so starting from the violet and ending from the red. And what do you mean by the nano, guys? And if you want to write the nano, it is a 10 to the power minus 9. Next point is the visible part of the sunlight consists of a 7 different color. We are already explained that thing. 7 different wavelengths, each wavelength corresponding a different color. Each wavelength having a different color, just like a VIBGYOR, and thus the visible part of the sunlight consists of a 7 different colors. 7 different colors. Next one is a infrared rays. Next one is a infrared rays. So what is the wavelength and what is the phenomena of infrared? Invisible rays, again invisible, and whose wavelength is longer than that of a visible red light and called the infrared. Means that if we compare the wavelength of an infrared rays, it has a larger wavelength as compared to visible lights. If we mark the all three types, then that is a infrared, that is a visible light, and that is a ultraviolet. So higher wavelength is a infrared, less than the infrared that is a visible light, and more less than and minimum is a ultraviolet rays. Okay, these the relation between the wavelength of that rays. They can heat the object on which they fall. If these rays are falling on any object, it can heat the object. Why it can heat? Because it has a higher wavelength and it can produce the heat. About 1/3 of the solar energy. If sun gives the energy, 1/3 part of the solar energy is a infrared. Due to that reason, it's very warm. It's very warm. when that rays are incident on any object, then object will be hot very fastly, because one third part is a infrared rays. They can detected by the heating effect and by using a thermometer. You can detect the if there is a some infrared rays, means if you are putting any object here, that after some time that heat, due to heat the object will be warm. If object will be warm, means that there is a some infrared rays. Okay guys, so every hot object emits infrared rays, means every hot object produce some infrared rays, and they are used to get relief from the body HS. Okay, now next one is a use of a solar energy, where you can use the solar energy. If we talk about that time every places, at our homes, at our industries, in schools and buildings, every places we can use the solar energy. But if we talk about the before some years, that time the uses of a solar energy is low, that but at present, as per a requirement, high, as per high requirement, the solar energy is used more and more. Solar cooker, so solar cooker absorbs solar energy and cook the food. So what is the use of the solar energy? Cooking. You can cook the food. Second thing, solar water heaters are used for heating water. If you are moving to other places, that time you see that some cylindrical room water heater are placed on the roof, and the all are connected with the solar panels, and the water will be heated by the solar energy. Okay guys, next one is a solar cell. Solar cell converts solar energy into a electricity to run the watches, calculator. If you watch the your calculator, that time you can see a some block of a black sheet, and that is a solar plates, that is a solar plates guys. Okay, you can say that is a small cells, that is a space shape for a various experiment. Okay, so you can use that energy as a electricity. Solar energy is absorbed by a green plants to make their food by a photosynthesis. Every student know about that. All the plants are making their food by the some process of a photosynthesis at the time of day. Okay, at the time of day. Why at the time of day? Because it use and the solar energy. It use the solar energy to prepare their food by the process of a photosynthesis, guys. Next one is solar energy is used to drying clothes and food grain. Okay, so that is the most important uses guys for drying the clothes. Everyone know that whenever the clothes will be wet, then they put in a surface, some ground surface where the heat energy is available, sun energy is available. Solar energy is used for making the salt from the seawater. How the so use that? That water is contained in some small parts, just like that. Let's suppose there is some boundaries, making some boundaries, and water is placed here. After some time, some days and some hours, the water will be evaporated due to a solar energy, and only a salt is remaining. Only salt is a remaining. Okay, guys. Now, next one is a advantage of a solar energy. What are the advantage of a solar energy? Why we use the solar energy? What is the benefits of that solar energy? Next one is a first point is a it is a exhaustible renewable available, means free of cost available guys. Only some installation cost at a one time is given, and that time you can use the every years the solar energy and without any cost. It producing continuously in the core of the sun by nuclear fusion. Already know that of a hydrogen atom. Okay guys, at the surface of the sun, that nuclear fusion is continuously happening by the hydrogen atoms. Four hydrogen atoms merge and become some helium atoms. Okay, and release the energy, and that release energy are used The quantity is unlimited. There is a no limitation of a solar energy. Okay, and is available in all parts of the world in abundance. Every limited amount is available solar energy and full capacity, with a full capacity. Next one is it does not cause any pollution. If you are using a, if you're talking about some power plants, that time some pollution is happening, some is happening. But whenever we use the solar energy and solar plant, solar panels, that there is a no pollution, guys, there is a no pollution. Next one, it can be put to practical appliances. We can use the solar energy at our homes, industries, many places you can use the solar energy, guys. Next one, next point is a limitation of a solar energy. Of a solar, it is not available at night. It is not available at night. And next one is it is not available uniformly in all part of the world. Some part having a, if you talk about the place where 6 months is a day and 6 months is a night, so it is not available equally and uniformly in our world. Now guys, solar energy received by the earth is quite diffused and is scattered from, and hence only a part of is utilized, only a one-third part, only a one-third part of the top surface is used. If we use the complete energy, that means higher energy is received from the sun. Next point is guys, it is not available at a constant rate, sometime higher at the daytime, means if we talk about the 11 to 1 am, that time maximum amount 11 am to 1 pm, guys. Okay, means daytime maximum amount of solar energy is received. Due to clouds, fog and mist and haze and winds, the energy capacity is down. Energy capacity will be decreases. Okay. Direct, indirect harnessing and the or collection of a solar energy. How you can collect the solar energy, guys? Direct utilization of solar energy can be done by the collecting the heat radiations on reflecting these by the plane mirror. If we reflect that and collect on a single point, that time you can use the complete energy on a single point. On a black boxes containing uncooked food, just like a solar cooker. In the solar cooker, there are as many types of solar cooker are available. In that, guys, we are receiving the all the energies from the sun, and the complete energy is focused on a single point by using a mirrors, and we can cook our food easily. So that is a direct using of a solar energy. And for heating waters, if we are use the bucket and fill with water and put the daytime in our roof, that after some time that water temperature will be increases as compared to other water tank, okay, which is placed in inside the surface, okay, inside our bathroom and our top surface container. These rays can be converted into a electrical energy as in a solar cells. By using the solar cells, we can convert that energy into a electric energy, guys. Indirect utilization of solar energy, that is a direct utilization of solar energy. And now indirect means we can done by the first converting the solar energy into a chemical energy as a biomass. If you talk about the bioenergy, that time solar energy play the important role. All the biomass requires some heat to some processing of that, okay, and that solar energy used to convert and react some chemical reactions, okay, of the plants. Heat energy of the sun can be utilized in a sea waves and ocean thermal energy. In the ocean thermal energy, guys, the surface temperature is high and the bottom temperature, if you talk about the some depth of the water, the temperature difference is created, and that temperature difference are used in a ocean thermal energy, okay, and into the energy of a winds. Now solar heating devices. In a previous, when we use the direct solar energy that is device. By using that device we can use the solar energy directly. First one is a concentration of a solar energy by using reflector. If we use the different type reflector means a mirror different type of mirror, plane mirror, spherical mirror. So for a modern heating sun rays are reflected by the using a plane mirrors as in a solar cooker. In a solar cooker guys, moderate heating sun rays means sun different temperature rays of the sun are using on a plane mirror and reflect that plane mirror reflect all the rays as in a solar cookers. And solar water heaters are also use that solar energy. For high temperature sun's energy is concentrated using a concave mirror as a reflector. If we use the plane mirror, that what happen guys, all rays will come and that move in that direction. Okay, so that place will be heat up. If we use the spherical, that time complete rays are focused on a single point. So which is better guys, a concave and spherical mirror is better than a plane mirror to focus at single point. Okay, to focus at a single point. Okay, now move on next point guys. If you use the black pen, what is the properties of a black color? Every time guys someone says when at the time of a summer don't wear the black colors. Why black colors? Because black color having the property absorb the maximum amount of energy. Means whenever we use the black paint on any container, that time it will be heat maximum. Its heating capacity will be increases. Why its heating capacity is increased? Because it has a property absorbing maximum amount of absorbing. Okay, now since black bodies are a good absorber, so it absorbs the most of the part of the energy as well as a good radiator of heat. If we are heating some black bodies, it first of all it is a good absorber, and when it will be heat up, then it is a good radiator also, means it gives the maximum amount of heat. So black paint used to absorb and store heat radiations in a large quantities by using a large surface areas. Okay, its application we will show that application of a black paint also. Now glass sheet cover is used to protect the hot infrared rays of solar energy from escaping the body of a black box. If we are use the glass surface on any material, just like inside, that is a what is the inside is a some infrared rays are inside the container, and we close that container by a glass sheet. That time these infrared rays cannot be moved to outside. So these infrared are used to warm that food and that any material are placed in that container. It allows the IR radiation, means infrared radiations, to enter the box of a solar heating device. Means it allow the coming of, means it gives the permission to infrared rays to come inside, but do not allow infrared radiations to escape from the solar heating device. Why? Because whenever the infrared rays are coming inside, that time their wavelength is different. When their wavelength is different, it will be move inside that, and after moving inside that, their wavelength will be changed, the energy will be changes, so it cannot be reflected backside. Hence more heat is retained by the solar heating devices for a long time. Okay guys, so when the infrared rays cannot be moved outside, so means that is available at a long time. If that rays is available for a long time, so we can use that energy for a long time. That is some picture of a solar cooker. It contain a plane mirror, and food are placed on that place guys. At that place we are putting the food, and the sun rays are coming on that mirror, and these mirror are reflected that rays on that place. So all rays are inserted on food, and that time the inner part of that is painted also black. So it absorbs all the radiations, all the infrared rays, all infrared ray will be absorbed by that black paint. Okay guys, and glass sheet, why we use the glass sheet? Because it cannot be give the permission to infrared rays to move outside. Next one is a spherical reflector type solar cooker. Spherical, what do you mean by the spherical? Means that shape is a spherical. If solar rays is coming from that direction guys, that property of a spherical surface is that all rays after reflection will be focused on that point. See, means all the rays are focused on that point, means the energy at that point will be high. So we use the spherical reflector if we require the high energy at that particular point. If you are place any food at that point, any food container at that point, that food will be prepared fast as compared to previous solar cooker. Okay guys, so these are the some types of a solar cooker. Next one is some difference between a box type solar cooker and some spherical reflector type solar cooker. What is the basic difference of that two types and different solar cookers guys? First point is a plane mirror reflector is used in a box type solar cooker. We are use a plane mirror reflector. Okay, in a spherical guys we use the spherical reflector. It use the plane mirror, it use a spherical mirror. Okay, next one. In a box type solar cooker, comparatively low temperature is produced. Why low temperature is produced guys? Because it having a specified space and a specified dimension. So only that dimension are used to focus that area. But in a spherical, if that dimension is high, then all rays will be focused on particular point. So temperature will be increases. Next point is quite high temperature is produced in a spherical reflector as reflector type cooker. Next one is it cannot be used for making chapatis. Means what do you mean by we cannot use that cooker for a chapatis? Because it has a low temperature, and at low temperature chapati cannot be prepared properly and cannot be useful for that food. It can be used for frying and making the chapatis because it has a high temperature as compared to box type solar cooker. Last one, used for cooking food requiring slow heating, only for slow heating, and if you require the fast heating, that time we use that spherical mirror cooker. Okay guys, spherical reflector type solar cooker. So guys, these are the difference between different solar cookers. Okay, so we are discuss all the things, what is the use, what is the advantage, what is the disadvantage, what is the type of the cookers, all things will be discussed. But behind that there is one more point is important, how you can collect that in the form of electricity, how you can convert that energy, solar energy into a electricity. So now we discuss these points guys in the next 2 or 3 slides. So let's see that video. Complete phenomena is observed in that video. Let's see carefully guys what happened in that video. Cells gives the some energy. Okay, so that is the main point guys, that is a solar cell. If we combine the more and more, one more than 2 and more than 5, more than 10 cells, then it becomes a solar panel. These are the difference between a wavelength, ultraviolet, visible and infrared. So you can see the difference between a wavelength. Higher wavelength is the infrared wavelength and lower is the ultraviolet rays. Okay guys, these wavelengths are used on a solar panels. So that is a solar cell guys. If you mark the single, that means solar cell. If you arrange that in a large plates, that is a solar panel guys. So in a solar panel, is use silicon also. If whenever you are a move the higher classes, that time you discuss the same p type n type semiconductors. That is a basic phenomena based on that material, that is a semiconductor material. The top surface, at the top surface silicon is used, and top surface having a thin film, top surface having a thin film, and that is a having, it has a maximum amount of negative. It is a negative part guys, and the center part is and remaining, and lower part is high width and it is a positive type. So first one, that n means representing the negative, n means negative type material guys, n means negative type material, okay, and the bottom is a positive type material. Now we focus on the positive type. The how you can become the make the n type and p type? By doping. Whenever you switch the higher classes, that time you can understand that thing, what do you mean by the doping and what is the n type and the p type. Now you can discuss that phenomena, and the basic thing, n type means negative, p type means positive. Only these thing is required at that level, okay guys. N type means a negative, p type means positive. So what happen when the sun rays are incident on a n type? The n type is a top surface of a semiconductor, and you can say solar panels. Let's see guys what happen when the light rays are incident on that panel. So that lights are incident on that panel. So what happen guys, that are different lights, wavelength 350 to 1140 are incident inside, and these light rays having the energy. So these energy are used to release the electrons, Let's see carefully guys. These light bar is incident on that plane, and large wavelength will be moved outside. Large wavelength will be inserted from one point and out the next point. But medium wavelength and smaller wavelength are incident on the positive type, and that time some positive and negative will be out. When the electron is coming out, then electron will be moved to upside and positive will be moving to downside. So what happen when the positive and negative will be moving up and down? There is a one layer is formed. One is a negative and one is a positive. Let's see guys what happen. All the negative will be arranged in the top surface and all the positive will be arranged in the bottom surface guys. Okay. So that time a potential difference is appear across these plates, and we can use that energy. But guys, that is a problem behind that. We are get only some watt, just like in a, it is used only for mobile charging and the some calculator. When we arrange all the cells, and that time we can make, that is a solar panel. When we arrange the more amount of the cells, then we can make a solar panel, and by using that solar panel we can fulfill our requirement of a high volt. Okay guys. So at the time, in that when the time is passing, that time efficiency of the solar cells will be increases. If the previously, if we use the solar cell, that time 2 and 3 and 5% energy is used, but 8% the amount of that efficiency and the cost will be decreased, and amount of efficiency will be increases continuously guys. Okay guys. So I hope you understand that what is the phenomena behind the solar energy and solar panel. In next videos and next lecture, we are discussing about the complete phenomena of a solar energy, how that it will be work, and what is the solar energy, what is the solar cell, and what is the solar panel guys, and what is the application. All the things will be described in a next lecture guys. Okay. So now the time is, some wind up of that lecture is guys, some semiconductor material. So guys, after that point, that is your assignment number 1 of that chapter. These are the some questions for assignment guys, and next question is that. So guys, in that lecture we are complete our the first part of that solar and source of energy, that is a solar energy. Now that's the time to thank you guys. Have a nice day.